Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? So here we go. We've got the Breakers and the Stallions here. Kickoff just on the way. And it's going to be the New Orleans Breakers that's going to get the football first. No return here, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. And so we'll see what the offense can do here. And so both teams come into here with good offenses. And so, hey, this could end up turning into one of those high-scoring back and forth kind of games. You never know, but we're going to see what MBT and the offense can do first here. I mean, on the season, 2,400 yards passing, 14 touchdowns. Let's see what he can do here on the opening drive for the offense on the road here, and they certainly want to come out and make a statement. They're going to start off here in the shotgun formation, and let's see how things play out. 5 receivers on the play. Takes the snap, quick pass. It's caught. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. That's going to make it 2nd and 6 coming up. And so Kenneth, what's good with you? How are you? How are you? All right, they've got Hills in the backfield here. Quarterback up under center. Tight end goes in motion. Takes the snap. Gives it to the back off the right side. Makes the first guy miss. And he's going to pick up the first down there on the carry. You give him room and he will operate. That is Wes Hills with the carry. Carmichael. Hey, Carmichael, you still celebrating over there? How does it feel knowing that your team is already in the championship game, just awaiting to see who's going to win this matchup here? But how are you? And so we've got Mad Chatter. What's good with you? You say Scooby back, JB. And so, hey, that's what's up. Meanwhile, they give it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. That's going to make it 2nd and 7 here from the Breaker Zone 39-yard line. And already you can tell that he's running hard here. This team, they want this. Now they're hurrying up here, lining up in the shotgun. So you say, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Absolutely. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, bootlegs, throws it on the run, gets the completion there, and that should be enough for the first down. So now we got 1st and 10. Ball right now at their own 46-yard line. Again, this is the opening drive, and so far you're seeing a good mixture of run and pass right now by the offense. Carmichael says, I'm still pretty happy, JB. I already know the Maulers will beat either of these teams, and so, hey, you never know how it's going to go. You never know. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Quick pass here. It's caught by the receiver, turns it upfield, picks up about 3 yards on the play. And that sticks in with the catch. MBT so far 2 for 2 on this drive for 11 yards. All right, so they're in the huddle. Again, 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball almost at midfield. Let's see, Carmichael says those Michigan Panther fans in the comments yesterday saying they weren't worried. Matt Chowder says, oh, here we go, shotgun. MBT throws it. Oh, he threw an interception. Threw an interception. Turnovers will kill any drive. How about that? And so this defense right now for the Stallions, hey, great way to start the game off. Here we go. So how about that? Just when they're moving the ball, running it, throwing it, that time. Let's see the replay here. So the cornerback, oh, the receiver just fell on the route. I can't even put that on NBT, honestly. The receiver fell on that one. But, hey, the cornerback was reading that one the entire way as well. But that time the receiver lost his footing there, cost his team. Let's see, you say Marable, CJ Marable. And so Mike's a little ahead of me here. And so now we're going to see what the Stallion offense can do. It goes up under center, one back in the backfield. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Gives it to CJ Marable. And CJ, look at CJ moving up the middle for 5 yards on the play. Let's see, Carmichael says, I was worried I had barely had any hope. You said barely any hope in the team after the horrible second half. And so, hey, it's never done until it's done. You know, it's never done until it's done. That's what we love about football. All right, 2nd and 5. And sometimes you just got to survive a game. All right, shotgun. Takes the snap and get it to CJ. CJ running strong. CJ, I think he is just shy of that first down marker, it looks like. So that's going to bring up third and short. They're going to hurry up, though. They want to hurry up. I said give it to him again. All right, takes the snap. And they do give it to him. And that time you see McGo with a little shove of acceleration there on the back. And enough for the first down. So now we got first and 10 coming up. Ball at the Breakers 31-yard line. Again, this drive right here started because the Breakers had an unfortunate break and they threw an interception. Let's see. Matt Chatter says Deion Kane, sixth round Clemson. And that's right. I forgot about him. All right, shotgun. Slot receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Defense sending pressure. Throws it. Caught by Marable. And Marable cuts it upfield here before stumbling out of bounds. Did pick up 4 yards in the process there. So second and 6 coming up. Ball at the Breakers 27-yard line. So we'll see if the Stallions here will be able to get the first points here in their first offensive drive. Again, their defense got a great interception to get this drive started. Let's see, Carmack says it sent me through what the Steelers sent me through versus the Bengals week 1 last year. I remember that game. I do remember that game. All right, second and 6 shotgun formation. Takes a snap. McGo in the pocket. And then he throws it. It's caught by the receiver. I thought he was going to take it and run, but he decided to dump it off to his receiver. Gets the catch. So now we've got third down coming up here. 3rd and 2. And that time he just threw it, got rid of it there. All right, 3rd and 2 coming up. Shotgun formation again. All right, receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Looking. Throws it. And that's going to be, that's going to be incomplete. They call it incomplete. All right, so 4th down coming up here. That's going to be 4th and 2. Ball at the Breakers 23-yard line. Let's see. Matt Chatter says yesterday most exciting since the Bills versus Dolphins. Let's see. Carmichael says first round playoff win since 2016 in Pittsburgh. Ouch. Let's see. Matt Chatter says McGo on fire. All right, so right now we got the field goal unit coming out. So Brandon Aubrey for a 41-yard field goal attempt. He's 14 of 15 on the season. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So just like that, 3 points there for the Stallions, and they're able to get 3 points off the turnover. Good job by the Breakers defense, though, when it was 3rd and short, coming up with that big time hold. And we are currently at the commercial now. When we come back, it'll be the Breakers with the football for the second time offensively. And hey, first time out there, they were moving the ball. Just got to avoid the turnovers. All right, let's see. Matt Chatter says, Carmichael, good call. Carmichael says, hopefully the Maulers can bring another championship to Pittsburgh. Matt Chatter says, how excited were you during yesterday's game, JB? Your take? And so, hey, I was really excited yesterday. It was like back and forth. And so, I mean, from Michigan perspective there, EJ Perry played about as good as I've seen him ever play. And I felt like that team was really playing at the best that they were playing all season long. They really fought hard there. But at the end of the day, Pittsburgh made the plays that mattered the most when they needed it the most. And I'll tell you what, Williams overcame the offensive line because the offensive line made a lot of mistakes in that one that could have easily cost that one. But luckily for them, they were able to get that. Their kicker came through in the clutch. We're talking late 4th quarter and able to connect on a long 59-yard field goal. There are NFL kickers out there that simply can't get it done from 59. And so to be able to convert that in a huge game like this, that was big time as well. And so there was a lot of things that, I saw that was good from both teams there. Couple things like clock management, especially before halftime, I would have certainly switched. And then the first half, Michigan did turn the ball over a couple times, but in the second half they corrected that. But it was a great game. Overall, my take was it was a great game, and it's exactly what the league needed to see as well, particularly with that game yesterday. And thanks to how great that game was yesterday, the expectations for this game has risen even higher. So if they can just live up to that here, that'd be perfect. Carmichael says from worst to first. And so that's right, because last year you guys were like 1-9 last year, correct? If memory serves me right, I think you guys last year was 1-9. All right, so getting ready here, and again, the Breakers will get the football here off the kickoff, which should happen momentarily. All right, here we go. Again, first quarter with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Kickoff now on the way, and let's see if we get a return. All right, so once again, no return opportunity here, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. Oh man, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say what's good, JB, and so you already know JB's rooting for the Stallions here. But what's good with you? Carmichael says yes, 1-9, and so in the zone, we've got in the zone here. What's good with you? And you say, my guy, what's the deal? You already know. Hope all is well with you. All right, here we go. So the Breakers with the football from their own 25 out of the shotgun, and they're going to give it to their back. And so Wes Hills, and so one thing about Wes Hills, you let him get going, and he is definitely a weapon here as well. Him and MBT, that combination of what they have there, this defense is going to have to create turnovers the way they did in that last drive, because these two guys, they can quite frankly move the ball. And as you're seeing here, week 3 against this same defense, he ran for 191 yards on the ground. So he's a fully capable running back in that backfield. All right, here you go. Quarterback up under center. Play fake. NBT. Looking. Feels the rush. Throws it. It's caught by the back. And he's going to pick up some yards on the play before going out of bounds. Now we're going to have a third down. Let's see where they mark him at. Oh, it looks like they're giving him the first down. Okay. Let's see. Old says, I'm good. Still waiting to see what D Hop will do. You and me both. You and me both. I'm just like, all I'm seeing at this point is every single newspaper source in Boston is telling me that it's just a matter of time, and I'm like, look, we need to do this now. They're gonna toss the ball to the back at the backfield, bring him down. All right, so now we've got 2nd and 4 coming up from the 41-yard line. Again, still first quarter with 7 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, Birmingham up 3-0 here, and this is the second time the Breakers have the ball offensively so far in this one. Carmichael says, I have officially retracted my disrespect against Braden yesterday. And you say, D-Hop doing all this just to get injured 2 games into the season? Ouch. Ouch. All right, they give it to the back again. And he gets tripped up, but gets the first down. So now we got 1st and 10 at the 50. Let's see. Matt Chatter says going to the Bills old. Receiver goes in motion, gives it to the back. Running strong, picks up 5 yards up the middle. 2nd and 5 coming up. The ball right now on the Stallions 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Old says, I don't think he's going to the Bills. If anything, he would go to Kansas City to get a ring. Yeah, I feel like he is really hoping that the Chiefs do reach out to him, is what I feel like he is doing. But here we go, 2nd and 6 out of the shotgun. NBT throws, caught. That's going to be a first down. pushed out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. So now they've got 1st and 10 from the Stallions' 36-yard line here. Again, last drive out there, their first drive of the game offensively, they were moving the ball both on the ground and passing as they're doing now, but they turned it over last time because the receiver slipped out there and Birmingham was able to get 3 points. But this time, the way they're moving the ball here, let's see if the Stallions can come up with something. All right, so we've got MBT dropping back, taking a shot here, and that is going to be completed. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. All right, so they marked him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. He did dive for the goal for the power line, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds before reaching there. But hey, that was one heck of a pass. And the moment that he threw that ball, I just had a feeling it was going to be caught. Let's look at the replay there. All right, so definitely out of bounds there. Let's see that first foot. But hey, big time throw, big time catch, and a big time completion. Carmichael says if Kansas City wins another ring, you know what's going to happen to me at pretty much all the Chiefs fan school. Quick pass, and oh, what a catch. What a catch. Despite the penalty there, what a catch. So that should be a touchdown. That should be on the defense there. So that should be a touchdown. And so the Breakers get the first touchdown of the game. And guys, the way that I'm seeing this team move the ball here, I got a feeling that we're going to see a lot of points in this one. But that's Jonathan Adams with the touchdown reception. Again, that was in spite of the penalty. One-on-one, throws it up there, perfect spot. This guy gets it. Some guys just get better with age, and that is true with MBT. All right, here we go. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So that gives the Breakers a 7-3 lead right now in this one over the Stallions. 7-3. So when we come back, we'll see the Birmingham Stallions for their second offensive possession of the game. Let's see. Mad Chatter says, problem with this league is everyone plays so hard you hate to see anyone lose. Carmichael says, nope, I was pretty happy to see Michigan lose. So again, first quarter here, Breakers up 7-3, and we got about 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. All right, meanwhile, let me go ahead and set up the poll question since we're at the commercial here. All right, 1 second. All right, so poll question should be up. And let's see how the poll goes today. You see, Carmichael says, I've laid in bed all day. And so it sounds like a nice chill day. I guess you can do that when your team is already going to be in the championship game. I guess it's a nice luxury. And again, we're still at the commercial here. Still in the first quarter with about 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Breakers up 7-3, but we'll see how the Stallions respond after seeing the Breakers get a touchdown. All right, so here we go. Getting ready for the kickoff. Let's see if we get a return by the Stallions. Kickoff on the way. All right, we're going to get a return. Catches it from his own 11. He's at the 20. He's at the 30. 35, knocked out at the 39-yard line. And so that is where the Stallions will take over offensively from their own 39-yard line. Let's see. Carmichael says, you'll probably not be able to make the stream next week. You're going to your uncle's. I'm going to be there for a while. And so, okay, well, hey, you always know how things are going to be going. Absolutely. And let's see. Other than that, if I need to contact you, I believe I can message you on Twitter and stuff like that. Anything about our fantasy football league related. But other than that, hey, appreciate the heads up. All right, so here we go. They're going to line up in the shotgun formation for the Stallions. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and McGo threw it so hard it went through the receiver's hand that time. Second down coming up here, 2nd and 10. Yeah, and that time he tried to fit it in there in that window. Was behind a little bit as well. So the receiver, you're going fast. There's only so much you can do to try to adjust to the ball in that situation. They got to make a better throw. Just got to make a better throw. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation. Three receivers at the top of the screen. Tight end at the bottom of the formation. Takes a snap. McGo throws over the middle to the tight end. Oh, wow. Nice catch. Nice catch. And he rumbles all the way to the 30-yard line. Look at that. Steinberger with the big-time play. Let's go. And ball at the Breakers' 30-yard line. That time he ran that corner route and got the nice completion. So once again, three receivers at the top of the screen, tight ends at the bottom of the formation. Shotgun formation. McGo making adjustments. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. And the back, oh, look at him go. Nice move. Nice move. CJ Marable on the carry. So now we got another first down here. 1st and 10 from the Breakers' 19-yard line. All right, shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives it to him again. Still moving. Taken down at about the 12-yard line. So picked up 7 yards on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up. Let's see. You say you're still going to be looking at the game to see the Maulers win? Well, you may just end up disappointed next week. You never know. You never know. All right, 2nd and 3 coming up. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Oh, there you go. Some movement defensively there. So that's going to give them 5 yards there. Caught him nicely. Braden, yo, what's good? Braden says, hey, JB, can't stay long, but go Breakers. And so we'll see how this one plays out, but appreciate you for coming through. All right, so we got 1st and goal here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Breakers leading this one 7-3, but right now it's the Stallions in the red zone. And of course, they led the league with a 72% touchdown conversion in the red zone this season. All right, here we go. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap, gives it to the back. CJ Marable trying to bounce it outside here. Cuts it up and goes out of bounds there. Now, there is a penalty on the play. There is a penalty here. CJ's been running pretty strong so far in this one. Let's see, Carmichael says, I still remember Marcus saying, go Panthers. All right, so after the penalty, that's going to back the Stallions up now. So still 1st and goal, or at least in the red zone. All right, they're calling the play. All right, let's see if they can cap it off in the end zone here. Shotgun formation. Again, 3 receivers at the top of the screen, tight end at the bottom. They love that formation here against this defense. They take the snap, throws it. It's caught. Steinberger still running into the end zone for a touchdown for the Stallions. So just like that, they respond, and hey, it may just end up being that type of game. Carmichael says EJ Perry is basically Nathan Peterman. Let, us let's not say that now. Let's. I mean, I haven't seen him go out there and throw like 6 picks in a game, but I hear you there. All right, so we got the PAT attempt coming up. Extra point is up, and ooh, he missed that one. So the extra point is no good. So we'll see if that plays a role later on. But the score is Stallions 9, Breakers 7. Let's see. Braden says, gotta go now. Have a good stream. JB, appreciate that. Braden also says no. Carmichael says, do you think Gardner Minshew will play this year? Carmichael, at the beginning, I first thought so, but I mean, if he does play, it'll probably be more so injury related, but I don't think he starts off the season as a starter. I just feel like if if I don't think he's going to start. I don't think he's going to start. I think Anthony Richardson is going to go out there. He seems like a very smart guy and stuff like that. So I think the Colts, at the very least, will put him out there, hand the ball off a ton and stuff like that, and let him run every once in a while. But I think Anthony Richardson wins this competition because I just don't have any faith in Gardner Minshew. And what are we doing at that point? What are we doing? Can he really learn from Gardner? I don't think so. But that's a good question, though. That is a good question. I can give a better answer once I see them both in preseason after a game or two, but I'm pretty sure by then we'll all have an idea as well. And again, we are at the commercial. Stallions got the touchdown, did miss the extra point, but man, it was a great drive. So far, Alex McGough, 4 of 6 passing, 66% completion, 57 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. On the ground, CJ Marable, 5 carries for 30 yards, his longest run of the night for 11 yards. Receiving wise, Steinberger, 2 catches, 49 yards, including that receiving touchdown. Kane's got a catch for 4 yards, and CJ Marable's got a catch for 4 yards as well. Let's see. Carmichael says, you think Kyle Trash plays? Ooh. Carmichael, I think he does play, but I don't think he starts. I think he plays towards the very end of the season when Tampa Bay is already eliminated. And they're just at this point just want to give him a look, maybe a game or two or three or something like that. But I don't think he plays any meaningful action early in the game. I think Baker beats him out, and I think Baker holds him off because, quite frankly, between the two, Baker's got more talent and stuff like that in terms of just raw talent, and then I believe Kyle Trash does. And so, yeah, I don't think he plays until maybe the last 4 games of the season because Tampa Bay is just in garbage time and just to purely evaluate what he can do. I don't think he beats out Baker. Never thought I'd say those words. Baker got more talent, but kickoff on the way and no return. So we'll see what the Breakers can do with the football here. Again, still first quarter with a minute 49 seconds left to go here in the first. Now let's see if the Breakers can come out here and score yet again as they did the last time they were out there. All right. Meanwhile, we got 8 votes in, 4 for the Breakers and 4 for the Stallions. All right, shotgun, fakes it to the back, throws it over the middle, and oh, he almost threw an interception. The linebacker had it right in his hands. Right in his hands. Wow. And so, Shine Boy Mike, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And you say the Saints record, I think that the Saints, give me 1 second to think here for the Saints. I think my projection for them is to win approximately about, I'd say either 9 or 10 wins, 9 or 10 wins, I think, for the Saints this year. And so I have them in contention for the division. I think it's going to come down to them and the Falcons. I'll keep my eyes on Carolina as a surprise team as the year goes on, but I think ultimately the Saints and the Falcons there, those are two teams that I think will be battling for this when it's all said and done for the division. So I think a good, 9 wins, I'll go with 9, 10 wins potentially. Derek Carr will come in, do some things. If Michael Thomas can finally play most of the season, I'd be very interested in seeing how he's going to do. And of course that defense for the Saints, can they still be the defense of old? Lots of questions. I probably would have to look at the schedule again to give a more accurate answer, but off the top of my head, I can see them as a 9, 10 win type of team. Meanwhile, pass there, and what a pass that was to get the first down. And so, Jeff, my guy, what's good with you? How are you? And you say, how many more years does Tua play football? Jeff, that is a great question. And so, if I had to project, in which I don't like projecting on a guy's career, but if I had to guess, I would say Tua plays another 3 seasons, I think. Another 3 or 4 seasons, I think, for Tua. After that, the injuries at some point they add up, and you just can't keep risking it. Like at some point, the quality of life, you got to be able to transition away from football. If you love the game so much, do some type of coaching at his size, with his injury history, and what we saw last year. His family also at some point is going to be like, look, you got to come away from the game. So I'm generously saying a good 3, 4 years from now is what I'm thinking. But that's a good question, though. That is a good question because that was seriously a question that a lot of us were asking, not that long ago with all the, as you mentioned, there concussions and stuff like that. And so extremely dangerous there, extremely dangerous. And so if I'm Miami, all that money should have went towards the offensive line. Like that should have been the top priority. We should have been entering the season as a top 5 offensive line. But you're right, because if you go out there and we see the same thing, then yeah, it's hard to predict, concussions and stuff like that. But what we saw, that did not look good at all last year. But great question, great question. Meanwhile, we're at the commercial here. So give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Speaking of Tua, I just want to see what underdog has Tua projected for the. Well, no, I shouldn't say projected, but for if they have him listed here for the over under. And we are at the commercial here again at the end of the first quarter. Stallions up 9-7 right now. Both teams moving the ball very well in this game through the air and on the ground. I like the balance that both teams are showing. And you say they need an offensive line, and so yes, absolutely. I feel like Jeff, they went and invested in just about everything else. You would think O line would have been top priority, but I do, hey, picking up a guy like Jalen Ramsey and stuff like that, I get that decision, and even what they did in the draft without a first round pick, all of that was impressive, but if you ain't got an offensive line, you're going to put Tua at risk, and then we're going to end up seeing Mike White in the game making those passes and stuff like that. But I do hope that we can see Tua go out there and be healthy and stuff like that. I wish that for every player. We know that doesn't happen, but especially for Tua, you can't keep going out there having those head injuries because you're never the same, I feel like, after a head injury. You start off about 100%, you get a concussion. I feel like you come back, you're maybe 92%, have it happen again, 80%. Because I remember Joshua Cribbs. You guys, if you remember Joshua Cribbs, he was a kick returner. Mostly spent his career for the Cleveland Browns. At least that's the part where I remember. And this man had a lot of concussions throughout his career, and it shortened his career and stuff like that. Guys like him, guys like, Percy Harvin as well. Concussions shortened their career. Now, I know the positions that they played and the role that they played put them in the position to where they were, returning kicks and they, were in bad positions. But aside from that, though, those are just examples of guys that would have had great careers and stuff like that. But injuries just concussions, particularly head injuries and stuff like that, really played a role in them retiring early. So head injuries really do impact your quality of life. Carmichael says Tua plays 5 more seasons. All right, so the start of the second quarter, again, the Stallions up 9-7. But it's the Breakers here with the football. Second and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation. Three receivers at the top of the screen, tight end at the bottom. There is some movement here. So they stop the play. All right, let's see. Jeff says Bryce Young going first round pick to the Carolina Panthers did not surprise you. And so, yeah, by the time we actually got closer and stuff like that, at that point, I stopped overthinking it and stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Bryce Young's going to go first. Now, me personally, as a Buckeye fan, CJ Stroud as a special place for me and stuff like that. But what do you think, Jeff? If you were the Carolina Panthers, would you have taken Bryce Young or would you have possibly taken CJ Stroud? For me, the only questions I have for Bryce Young is will he be able to hold up for like the span of a 9, 10 year career plus and longer than that? That's my concern with that type of size. Other than that, there's no real question marks I have for his game and stuff. I think he's very intelligent. He can play the position, and I think the first 5 years he'll have the best success. But long term, at that size, at some point it adds up. All right, here we go. Third and 11. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. Takes a snap. MBT. Throws it with the rush there. And oh, just shy of getting it there. The receiver was there. He felt the pressure, but he couldn't step into it there. He's getting off the ground. That's one that he wishes he could get that one back there. But hey, I understand the situation on that one. He tried to give his guy a chance. Because that time the pressure was there. And just incomplete. So great job by the Stallions bringing that pressure. But ultimately, the receiver was there, just could not connect. Let's see. Jeff says pro Bama fan Bryce. And so bet. Carmichael says looks like people want to see the Breakers win. All right, kickoff on the way. Fair catch symboled, and he catches it at the 10-yard line. Let's see. Carmichael says proud Penn State fan. Sean Clifford, let's go. That's right, Sean Clifford. He's with the Packers. They drafted him, right? That was one that I would have never made the connection to at all. That he would have ended up being drafted by the Packers, regardless of what round. But we are at the commercial, and when we come back, the Stallions, who lead this one 9-7, will get the football from their own 10-yard line. All right, so since we are at the commercial here, let's see. All right, so I'll continue a little bit of what we started yesterday. And so I'll start with CJ Stroud. Will you guys take the over or under on CJ Stroud at 20 passing touchdowns? That's currently what Underdog has for CJ Stroud. His for 20 touchdown passes. Again, passes, 20 touchdown passes for CJ Stroud. Would you guys take the over or under at 20 touchdown passes for CJ Stroud down there with the Houston Texans? Let me know in the comment section if you would take the over or under at 20 touchdowns for CJ Stroud in his first year with the Houston Texans. All right, let's see. Carmichael says Sean Clifford got A-Rod's old locker. Jeff says the Stallions defense need to hold the line. And so, yeah, that was a big concern, Jeff, for me when I was looking at this one and just knowing the Stallions there. I was a little concerned about that. Not gonna lie, I was a little concerned. All right, let's see. Carmichael says under. Okay. About how many touchdowns do you think he will throw, Carmichael? If you had to put a number out there, how many would you put? You say it's going to be hard to get 20 passing touchdowns as a Texans quarterback right now. And so, hey, that's true. I'm still trying to figure out of the weapons that they got. I mean, a lot of them are young, unproven weapons and stuff. Like John Mechie the third, I remember him. Last year he was hurt. Can't forget about him. They did draft, Dell. That's gonna hopefully pan out, for C.J. Stroud's sake. Nico Collins, still don't know what to expect from him. So they got a bunch of young guys, and without Brandon Cook, that's gonna be tough. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. McGo on the move, bootlegging, throws it, gets the completion, spins away from a tackler, and gets pushed out of bounds, but picked up a big time first down for the Stallions. So now that train is moving. Yeah, that time faked it to the back, was on the move, got that nice completion through a tight window there. There was some guys around him. And he took that one all the way to the Stallion 36-yard line. That was Johnson with the catch. All right, let's see. Leo says under 20 Texans will be a run first team. And so, Leo, appreciate you for coming through. And so, oh, man, look at that. So we've got McGo getting up slow here. And again, sorry about that. My TV had paused here. We're experiencing bad weather over here. So, okay, so I see. Oh, yeah, he grabbed his face mask there and spent my man head all the way around. Ah, man, this is. I mean, I feel like that was intentional at that point. You grab it like that, that's intentional. And I know that these two teams have been very chippy, but come on now, come on now. McGo's got a bloody nose and everything, but there you go. He'll be back. He'll be back. All right, let's see. Carmack says I think CJ throws for around 15 or 16. I think 16 is a good. I think 16 is a good number to put it at right there. 16. I could see that. They did pick up Dalton Schultz there, so that should help closer to the end zone there. Although him leaving Dallas for fantasy football purposes, I'm not that high on him anymore, but that's still a good option to have there. So I could see a good 16. I could see that. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. And the back, runs over a defender in the process, picks up 7 yards on the play, and just like that, McGo's getting back in the game. 2nd and 3 coming up. Let's see. Jeff says we lost Mechie and Williamson in that game. Bad memories. And so, oh man, yeah. Oh man, I remember that. I remember that. That was very unfortunate there. Very unfortunate and very tough to see. All right, here we go. 2nd and 3 coming up. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. McGo in the move. And goes out of bounds here. He thought about running it. The defense came up. They were ready. They were ready for it. They said, "You're not for the run on us, guy. You're not for the run on us." They are taking it personal every time he takes off the run. All right, so we got third down coming up here. 3rd and 5. Let's see. Jeff says depends on how good Strauss' offensive line is. Carmack says, "Dude, I hate pimples. They're so rude." All right, 3rd and 5. Ball right now at the Breakers 40-yard line. We've got 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen here. All right, takes a snap, looking, throws it. It's completed. And he gets brought down at the 27-yard line and picks up the first down in the process. Here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go before the half. Heck yeah, but yes, I cannot wait for the NFL season, college football. Like you guys just don't know how much I am looking forward to that this year. Steinberger goes in motion. Shotgun formation, takes a snap. And McGo trying to shake off a defender, and he does. And he goes out of bounds but picks up 3 yards in the process as he flexes his muscles on the sideline. I mean, that was a great job getting away from the defender there and turning that play into a positive play. All right, 2nd and 5 coming up in the shotgun. Takes a snap. McGo throwing it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Johnson, the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up. Ball at the Breakers' 24-yard line. Yeah, that time he saw his guy one on one, tried to throw it to him. Little back shoulder there, but didn't work. All right, 3rd and 5, shotgun formation. Takes a snap, pressure coming. On the move. And McGo just got to throw that one away. Arnott throws that one and it's incomplete. All right, 4th down coming up. They are coming after him. I will say that they are coming after him. They really want to hit him. Like obviously, all defensive players want to come after you, but they really are looking for any chance they can get to get after him. Now he had Steinberger. He had Steinberger, but obviously with the pressure in his face like that. But hey, Steinberger's a big dude. All right, so let's see if he can get this field goal to connect. Kick is up from 41 yards and it is good. So they now lead 12-7 here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And with that, we will go to the commercial. All right, and again, even though I'm watching the game, I can't hear any of the audio that they're saying. So just curious, was there any particular reason that CJ Marable was on the sideline, or maybe they just took him out for that drive? But again, we are at the commercial here. So let's see how both teams have been faring so far in this one. And we'll start with the Stallions, who have the lead 12-7 here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go. So Alex McGo, 6 of 10, passing for 95 yards in this one. Got one passing touchdown, no interception so far in this one. On the ground, CJ Marable, 5 carries for 30 yards so far in this one. Alex McGo has 2 carries for 7 yards in this one. And Person Jr. has 1 carry for 7 yards as well. Receiving wise, Steinberg, 2 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Joe Johnson, he's got 1 catch for 25 yards in this one. Petway, he's got a catch for 13 yards as well in this one. Now we'll look at the breakers. All right, so far in this one, MBT is 9 of 13, almost 70% completion there. 89 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Look at the rushing yards. As a team, they have 7 carries for 29 yards, and Hills has 4 carries for 17 yards so far in this one. Jones also has 3 carries for 12 yards as well. Receiving wise, Dixon has 4 catches for 34 yards. Anderson 1 catch for 32 yards as well, and Surratt has 2 catches for 13 yards so far in this one. Jeff says he can't wait till college football starts, adding Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC and a 12-game playoff mix it up. And so, yes, yes, definitely. Hey, I'm looking forward to that as well. I know there's a couple mixed opinions about that, but hey, I'm all for it and stuff like that. Let the teams that can go out there win their conference, let them go ahead and get that, first round off and stuff like that. I am all for that. Reward them for winning the conference. Because right now, winning the conference don't really mean much other than just getting an extra opportunity to add something extra to your resume and stuff like that. But make it mean something, but also include the best teams as well. So I am all in favor of that. Absolutely. Let's see. Jeff says you should get YouTube TV. And so I plan on doing that right before the start of the NFL season. I'm just waiting until I end up moving because I'm going to be moving at the end of the month and stuff like that. And so once I do that and set up, in Texas and stuff like that, which I'll be moving to, then that's where I'm going to go ahead and set up my YouTube TV and stuff like that. Meanwhile, we do have a return by the Breakers this time, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Still 9 minutes to go here before the half. And I feel like all this time, like for many years, I have been hoping that they get away from DirecTV for the simple fact that my apartments that I stayed at have never allowed me to just have DirecTV and stuff like that and for the NFL package. And this year they finally got away from it. And I'm like, just when I got used to watching like the NFL Red Zone all day and stuff like that, you guys decide to make that move now. All right, meanwhile, they give it to Wes Hills, and he's going to pick up a yard on the carry. Second and 9 coming up. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go here before the half, and they trail 12-7 in this one. All right, making adjustments here. Shotgun takes the snap, throws it, incomplete. Incomplete. That time he threw it early because he felt the pressure coming. He felt the pressure. He's looking for a penalty. He thought he got a fast jump. We got third down coming up here. Third and 9. So third and 9 coming up. All right, out of the shotgun. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes the snap in the pocket. Threw it while he got hit. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up fourth down. That's one way to prevent a good quarterback from being able to have his way is when you can get pressure, especially generated from your D line, to just get in there and get after him. And that's exactly what happened that time. Punts on the way. Let's see if we get a return. All right, goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it at. All right, so about the 29-yard line is where the Stallions will take over. They lead this one 12-7. Black says, I need, he said, Bethlehem and a manager to light up the scoreboard. Yes, yes, I understand that. But what's good with you? How are you? You see, Jeff says, Thompson riding the bench. Oh man, so far MBT is 9 of 15 for 89 yards passing here, one touchdown. That one interception also he threw on the opening drive as well. But he's got 89 yards so far. On the ground, Wes Hills has 5 carries for 18 yards in this one, and Jones has 3 carries for 12 yards as well in this one. So I'm gonna need more from Hills myself here. Dixon 4 catches, 34 yards. Receiving, as for the Stallions, Mago 6 of 10, 95 yards passing, one touchdown, no interceptions. CJ Marable 5 carries for 30 yards so far in this one. Alex Mago also has 2 carries for 9 yards as well. And receiving wise, Steinberger 2 catches, 49 yards. Johnson 1 catch, 25 yards. Petway 1 catch, 13 yards so far in this one. And again, still the commercial right now. All right, here we go, getting ready to get back to the action here. Again, the Stallions here, starting off from their own, looks like their own 24-yard line. In the shotgun, Alex McGough looking, pressure in his face, throws it quickly, caught by the receiver, and picks up a yard on the play. That's going to make it 2nd and 9 coming up from their own 25-yard line. 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go before the half. Let's see, Jeff says, yep, score before halftime. They're up by 2 scores. And so, yes, that would be great. That would be great. Lined up in the shotgun again. 3 receivers at the top of the screen, tight end at the bottom of the formation. All right, so we have a timeout called here by the Stallions, their first timeout. All right, again, 2nd and 9, 6 minutes and 39 seconds here before the half. Offense lined up in the shotgun. Takes a snap, throws it, is caught by the back, and he's running, still running, pushed out of bounds. Nice pickup, but there is a penalty here. All right, waiting to see the call here. Okay, so that's a face mask, so therefore, okay, so add that on there. So that's going to even help them out even more for the Stallions here. All right, so still a first down here, and now they're at the Breakers' 37-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap, play fake. McGo's going to throw it. Almost intercepted there. And that time the defensive back had the best chance to make the play on the ball on that throw. Yeah, not sure what he was looking at on that one. Looks like good coverage to me. 2 guys in the area, and he threw it inside. Yep. Bad throw on that one. All right, going to go 5 wide. Takes a snap. Defense trying to send pressure up the middle. Throws it. And look at Davis rumble. Oh, look at that. Still on his feet into the end zone for a touchdown. Davion Davis and the Stallions with the touchdown. And so, yes, they love that. They love that. Big time play, big time throw, big time touchdown. And let's see, Jeff says touchdown Stallions. And so, yes, I mean, what an incredible balance to shake off the defender there and stay on your feet and get the touchdown. So, just like that, Stallions applying pressure to the Breakers. And this extra point is good. So, the Stallions now lead 19-7 in this one. All right, so let's see. So now that puts Alex McGough at 9 of 14 for 156 yards passing, two touchdowns, no interceptions so far in this one. Jeff says Breakers fan don't. And again, we are at the commercial here. But 19-7 is the score. Stallions up in this one. Second quarter, 5 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. And all I know is that the Breakers, they don't want to not score and then give the ball back to the Stallions with some time to work before the half. So we'll see what the Breakers can do offensively when they go back out there. So they've been able to show that they can move the ball, but they need points now. MBT is feeling a lot of pressure. It might help if they can somehow try to get their run game going. I mean, you look back to when they played in week three, I mean, they were able to get a lot out of their running game. So if they can just try to get some more runs in there as well, that would help a lot. Jeff says trying to two-peat. Oh, you already know. We didn't come this far just to only come this far here. We came to win it all. Start throwing out the word dynasty out there. All right, so getting ready to return to the action shortly. Let's see. You say like Mickey D says, I'm loving it. All right, so Jeff is loving it. And again, we've got 11 votes in so far, and the Breakers are leading the poll, but the Stallions are leading the game in this one, 19-7. Kickoff about to be on the way. All right, let's see if we get a return by the Breakers. Catches it from his own 5 at the 15, 25, 30, and brought down at the 35-yard line. Yeah, showing them that replay on the tablet. The bad decision that he did make on the last drive there. But here we go. So they're going to go five wide, shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looking, quick throws, cop out a receiver, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards in the play before going out of bounds. Second down coming up, 2nd and 3. Ball at their own 43-yard line. All right, so 2nd and 2. Takes a snap and tries to give it to the back, but he is going to lose yards on the play. Third down coming up. He lost some yards on that carry. So now we've got 3rd and short coming up, or 3rd and medium, I should say. Still 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go before the half, and they trail 19-7. You don't want to give the ball back to the Stallions right now, so you got to find a way to get a first down. Takes a snap, throws it, and incomplete. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play. So 4th down coming up. Jeff says get the ball back and put a stopper in it. Jeff says he wants this one over before halftime. Punts on the way. All right, so they will take over from their own 12-yard line. And the Stallions leading this one 19-7 here with over 4 minutes to go here before the half. We'll see what they do, and will they be able to continue to add on to their lead? And again, we're at the commercial here. All right, while comparing both teams, pretty similar in terms of time of possession here. Really separated by just 27 seconds in favor of the Stallions, who have had the ball 13 minutes and 17 seconds. Breakers have had it 12 minutes and 50 seconds in terms of time of possession. Breakers have had 5 possessions, and the Stallions so far have had 4. Breakers have ran 26 offensive plays while the Stallions have ran 23. But total yards is where we see our biggest difference, where the Stallions have 200 total yards in this one, and the Breakers have 122 total yards. Stallions are averaging 8.7 yards per play in comparison to the Breakers' 4.7 yards per play so far in this one. Both teams have been in the red zone once and have both come away with touchdowns in those red zone visits. Jeff says, yep, Breakers are playing catch up in the second half. Looks like the poll is now in favor of the Stallions as well, with 13 votes in. Again, second quarter. If the Stallions find a way to score here, they will apply extreme amount of pressure on the Breakers to find a way. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. First and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Receiver goes in motion, tosses it to him. And Davis is going to lose some yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down, second and 12. Look at that. Their first four drives have all resulted in points. Field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. Second and 12. Shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap, throws it. Ball is tipped. He was trying to throw it to Steinberger, but the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And now third down's coming up, third and 12. And if you're the Breakers, this could be huge if you can get a stop here and get the ball back. All right, here we go. Third and 12, five wide, shotgun formation. Can he convert? 12 yards is what's needed. Takes the snap, pressures in front of him. He slings it. And whoa, somehow he got the reception still in spite of that. In spite of that. Big time play. I mean, that is incredible there. You have the pressure in front of you. You're trying to avoid a safety, and you throw the ball and get it to your guy on a clutch third and 12. All right, here we go. Shotgun, five wide. Miguel throws it. Incomplete. Just a little high for the receiver there. Struggled to make that catch. Incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Again, second quarter with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Stallions leading this one 19-7, and they have the football. Second and 10. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and Marable, he's got some space to work with. Picks up the first down, but he still wants to run for more. Excellent pick up there and a first down. CJ Marable on the carry. That time the defense was thinking pass, and hey, CJ Marable, look at that lane. Look how clear that lane was. He's got 6 carries for 45 yards so far in this one. And 2 minutes now remaining before the half, so 2-minute warning. All right, so we are at the commercial thanks to the 2-minute warning, but the Stallions up 19-7 here, and 2 minutes till the half. Let's see. Jeff says, got it. They really want to hit McGo. And so you already know. You already know. They're like, we're going to disregard the run game and stuff like that because we really want to go after McGo. Like anytime McGo looks like he's about to run, they are going after him. They really want to get after him and they really want to hit him. I tell you what, though, CJ Marable, he's got 45 yards on the ground. I took the over for him at 45 and a half, so happy about that. Alex McGo, he's on the right path. He's got 168 yards passing. Took the over on him. The only player that I'm concerned about right now is Wes Hills. I should have taken the under, it feels like right now. He's only got 5 carries for 18 yards so far, so unless he's going to go out there and get a big run of some sort, I'm a little concerned about him at this point. Again, 2-minute warning. Stallions up 19-7. And when we come back, they have the ball first and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Let's see, Jeff says CJ, our little bowling ball on the field. Just imagine if Bo was on the field. Yes, yes, absolutely. All right, so here we go. Out of the shotgun with three receivers at the bottom of the screen here from their own 39-yard line. Takes the snap. And oh, pressure around him. Shakes that off. Okay. Throws it. And that's going to be. Is it a catch? Did he secure it? All right, that's the first down. That's a. It took me forever because I'm just waiting to see, but yes, he did indeed make the catch. Okay, excellent job, excellent concentration, and that's how you do it. A minute 45 left to go here in the second quarter against Stallions. They're picked up a big first down. They have the ball here at the Breakers 28-yard line. They're leading 19-7 right now. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Defense sending pressure. McGo throws it incomplete. Incomplete. He got hit, but he's getting up against second and 10 coming up. Yeah, not much you can do when the pressure's coming in like that. Current drive, 7 plays, 56 yards, 2 minutes and 26 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. Still a minute 27 before halftime. Shotgun formation. McGo gets the snap. He's looking to throw. Makes a guy miss. Spins around. Still looking to throw. And, ooh, on the sideline there, that is going to be incomplete. One of the nicest looking incompletions that you'll ever see. A lot of things took place on that play. Almost got the completion there. And all game long, he's done a great job of just avoiding the guy in front of him. Like that time, he felt the pressure, made the guy miss, spent back around, and gave his guy a chance. Hard to make that catch, though, but gave him a chance. All right, third and 10. Takes a snap, looking. He's going to run. Defense has been waiting for this. Tripped him up, but he got the first down all the way to the 19-yard line. First and 10. And got a minute and 7 seconds left to go here before the half. Black says McGo is McGone. And look at that, 196 yards passing so far, and we're still in the first half of play for Alex McGo. Jeff says, that's what I'm talking about. Chew them up and spit them out, Stallions. All right, and so now from the Breakers' 19-yard line in the shotgun with three receivers at the bottom of the screen, takes the snap, throws it short, it's caught. Steinberger makes one guy miss, still running, pushed out of bounds at about the 5. And so with a minute and 1 second left to go here before the half, we have first and goal again for the Stallions, who lead this one 19-7. All right, so here we go. They need 6 yards to get into the end zone. Takes the snap, gives it to the back, and the back gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. And of course, the Stallions with 2 timeouts to work with here, so no worries there about the time on their end. All right, so we got second and goal here. Shotgun here, two tight ends on the play. Takes the snap, and McGough is going to keep it, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play. So now we got third down coming up here, third and goal. 14 seconds here on the clock. Timeout called. They've got one timeout remaining. And the coach is like, why would you call that play? That's exactly what he's saying. Why would you call that play? And so obviously the difference between 3 points and 7 points is the difference between two possession lead and three possession lead. You get a three possession lead, you really apply a lot of pressure. 12 plays, 83 yards, 3 minutes and 39 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. Jeff says he wants a touchdown, not three. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. And they're going to stop the clock again. Timeout this time from the Breakers. And they need this defensive stand here. Like says, Birmingham is gonna win this thing. Or Birmingham. 209 yards passing, most in the first half in his USFL career. I really thought he was about to take out that referee when he turned back around. Look at that, just 8 yards for the Breakers offensively in this quarter. Wow. All right, here we go. Shotgun, takes the snap, throws it, and that's going to be a touchdown. So how about that? And that's Davion Davis with yet another play here for the offense. And let's see, so far, you've got Alex McGough, 13 of 22, 210 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. It may not have updated yet. It might be 3 now. But man, this has been all right. Yeah, so it didn't update that time. So yeah, so 14 of 23, 215 yards passing and 3 touchdowns is what he's got. And then you've got Davis with 4 catches for 68 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns so far. Mind you, this is all still the first half. Black says touchdown, Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Jeff says, put the nail in the coffin, Stallions. He says, already before the half. 11 seconds remain here before halftime. Yeah, but right now Stallions up 26-7, and I mean, I'll put it this way: I did not think it was going to be this one-sided, especially this early. But Stallions are showing that they're not out here playing. They really want to defend their championship. And so, Dirty Dan, what's good with ya? And you say, JB, you are the man. Was watching last night. Definitely was game of the year. You say, go Michigan forever. And so, hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, my guy. And how are you doing? Glad to have you back. And meanwhile, returns it all the way to the 40-yard line. And so 6 seconds remaining here before the half. And right now, if you're the Breakers, you know what this means. It's going to come down to MBT going out there, and you need MBT to just flat out ball out in the second half. That is what you need. Like, no doubt about it. You're going to have to really play high intensity. You're going to need your defense to get you some stops, too, because even if you score offensively, your defense has got to get you some stops, too. A lot of adjustments to be made at halftime for this team. Now, they are a fully capable team, but man, it has not been good for them so far. Takes a snap. Looking. All right, going to take a deep shot here, and it's incomplete. No time remaining, and that's going to take us to the half. And they trail 26-7. And so that's a tough deficit to come back from anyone by any standards, especially in the USFL when you consider how easily time continues to run and stuff like that. They've got their work cut out for them. That's for sure. Black says just one big shot downfield in BT. Let's see. Jeff says defense is shut down Bethel, but he's good at riding the bench. Let's see. Dirty Dan says doing great. Thank you, sir. You say you was in Canton, and so okay. Bet. All right. So at halftime, there a tale of two different stories. One side is feeling great right now. The other is feeling sick to their stomach and knowing that they've got a ton of work to do in the second half. But yeah, speaking of MBT, so far 10 of 18, 97 yards passing, one touchdown, one interception. Then you've got Hills, 5 attempts, 18 yards so far in this one. Jones, 3 carries, 12 yards. So as a team, just 9 carries, 25 yards on the ground. And because they have not been effective running the ball, it's been a lot of pressure on MBT, and the defense knows it. They've been getting after him, and it's just been tough. It's just been tough. They have a lot of work to do. Let's see. Dirty Dan says that the Stallions will repeat, and so you already know. You already know. I mean, they're coming out in championship mode in this one. Like they're making a statement here. I'm glad we got the game that we got yesterday and stuff like that, honestly, because this one right here, right now, one-sided, and if things come out and continue to be that way in the second half, then yeah, I'm glad we got the game that we got yesterday at least. All right, speaking of the Stallions, so Alex McGo, 14 of 23, 215 yards, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. And so, hey, appreciate the super chat there, Dirty Dan, the real MVP. And he says, game over. And so, well, he's officially put it there, game over. Appreciate that and appreciate you, my guy. Let's see. Mad Chatter says he seemed next level, and so hey, that's deep. That's deep. And you say JB does go to the NFL. Honestly, I would love to see a team add him as like a third quarterback. I'm trying to think what team off the top of my head and remember the depth charts that they have. Because I'm thinking a team like, I don't know who the third quarterback is right now for like the Minnesota Vikings or something like that. But I do like his game. I'm looking at the throw and the zips that he put on the ball and stuff like that. Obviously, sometimes he throws a little high, a little bit behind, but for the most part, they're spot on. So I feel like he really could be that third string. But, you're probably going to get to, go out there. He seems like a gamer. He's enjoying himself being out there and physically playing. He strikes me as the kind of guy that's going to get more joy out of being able to go out there and play as opposed to just, riding the bench and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I could see a team like Minnesota. Black says Tampa Bay could use them, and so outside of Baker and Trask, I don't know who else they got. So a team like Tampa, that would be interesting as well. That'd be a good option there. So teams like that, I think it would make sense for him to be a third quarterback. And you guys know when it comes to quarterbacks, I'm very slow to give my, approval of them being, back in the NFL and stuff like that. But for Alex McGo, he's got the green light with me. He's got the green light with me. I feel like he could be a good, third quarterback to have. Because you never know. You end up watching a game where Dallas is playing someone, and all of a sudden they're down to like their third quarterback option, has to come in there for a game. He's got the confidence. If he has weapons, he'll give the guy a 50-50 chance to at least go get the ball. He's not short on confidence, and he can make some throws. Let's see. Dirty Dan says you can see him in Indy. And so I tell you what, if he's in Indy, he'll be able to teach Anthony Richardson more than what he's going to learn from Gardner Minshew. That's for sure. No knock on Gardner Minshew though, but absolutely. So yeah, I can certainly see that. Can certainly see that. Let's see. Matt Chatter says he already better than Baker. You said surprise MBT, not any showing. And so, well, MBT is a little different there. MBT, I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that MBT is currently the oldest player in the USFL at age 34. So if he's the oldest player, if an NFL team's going to pick up a guy to be like that third string, they kind of probably would prefer he be a little bit younger than 34, I would think, and stuff like that. So at least he would have maybe some kind of upside to him or something like that. But I think he's at the spot where he needs to be at. Let's see. Jeff says, got to keep Bethel on the bench. There's only so many three and outs in the game. The longer he rides the pine, plus they got to keep to play catch up. Black says, complete knock on Minshew. Dirty Dan says, championship game. Do you think it will be close? And so, I mean, define. Let's define close. Let's define close. I can see the Stallions winning two scores, maybe even three, but I'm gonna say two scores because Pittsburgh's gonna go out there and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Pittsburgh's got pretty good defense and stuff, so I'm gonna say two-score victory in favor of the Stallions. To put it nicely, I never want to discredit the opponent. Never want to discredit the opponent at all. But I'll put it this way: we will know who the better team is when the game is done. There won't be any questions about it. It won't come down to a field goal being missed or something like that. But at the same time, I expect Pittsburgh to give it their best effort. Mad Chatter says, shout out to Dirty Dan. Absolutely, yes. Shout out to Dirty Dan. Let's see. Dirty Dan says, I like the quarterback they have. He's got athleticism. And so, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And to think that Alex McGo was the backup quarterback to start off the season and stuff like that. So just to think about that until Smith got hurt, like very early in the season. I believe it was like what, the first game he got hurt? And since then, he has just had that MVP caliber season. Dirty Dan says, I'm rocking with you for that game. And so, hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes, I am looking forward to that game as well. Should be a good one, though. Should be a good one. I will miss the USFL season and the countdown between the championship game and then just getting at least the preseason of the NFL season. That's going to be quite some time there, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Let's see. Jeff says Pitt's going to fight. It won't be enough to win, And so, yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I expect Pittsburgh to come with some fight with them, but that offensive line showed me that that offensive line is going to put them in some bad situations and stuff like that. So, but hey, it'll be a championship game. Let's see, 30 Dan says, thank you to Mad Chatter. You are the man. Mad Chatter says, Chad Kelly needs to be like MBT and get to the USFL. And so, good old Chad Kelly. Let's see, Mad Chatter says, JB and JB Nation root Stallions usually. And so, oh, you already know. You already know. Jeff says, the CFL starts soon. What is the start date for the CFL? Yeah, what is the start date for the Canadian Football League? Or have they already started? All right, again, we are at the half here, and the score 26 to 7. Stallions up in this one. Second half, though, if you're a Breakers fan and you're looking for some hope, I don't even know if I can give you any type of hope, really, to be honest, other than we've seen crazier things happen on this stream. I mean, the most recent one was the Chargers and Jaguars game, but that was different. The way that the Stallions are playing, they're confident, they're champions. I mean, you got to get off to a fast start if you're the Breakers. Get off to a fast start. Defense has got to be a lot better. Got to be a lot better if you're going to make this a game. Let's see. Dirty Dan says, I love this league. Gives guys like a chance to have a voice. And so that is true. And a lot of times it's different stuff, just different stuff in general and stuff. Like some things that they do, I'm like, all right, this is different. Not in love with it. Like the overtime rule, not in love with the overtime rule, but it's something different and stuff like that. So I like the fact that they're doing stuff so that we can see how it looks, see if we like it or not. And then a couple things, if we like it, we steal their ideas. Match Hatter says CFL week 3 or 4, OT week, everyone in these leagues. And so bet, bet. And that one thing that did catch me is when the USFL season, like the season started at the very end, close to the playoff time for the XFL, and so those two were starting to overlap. And so I wish that they did not overlap and stuff like that. But yeah, and so Dirty Dan says, JB, you are the man. No, Dan, you are the man. Absolutely. Shout out again to Dirty Dan, keeping the lights on here at JB&M Stadium over here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for real. Absolutely. Like you guys just don't know like how much I am just counting down to not just the NFL season, college football. Like there's just so much to look forward to. And honestly, guys, make sure that you just enjoy this upcoming college football season because after this year, things are going to be different. Now, I think it's going to be a good difference, and obviously, some of the scenarios. I am a little concerned about some of the conferences that are not named the SEC or the Big Ten and stuff like that. Like a lot of these other conferences, since we're trying to take all their better teams and stuff, but college football as we know it is transitioning and stuff like this. This ain't the same college football that we knew back in middle school, high school. Like this is not going to be the same type of league here. Like once we get to that 12-team playoff format, things are going to be completely different moving forward and stuff like that. Like especially the bowl games and stuff like that. Like if a team does not qualify for that playoffs, whew, I mean, imagine the amount of guys that are going to be opting out. Because, quite frankly, who's going to be paying attention to the bowl games if the 12 best teams are not playing in the bowl games these days? So, enjoy college football as it is right now, because there's going to be some huge changes moving forward. But I am excited for it. All right. Meanwhile, the Stallions here returning all the way to the 39-yard line to start off the third quarter, and let's see how that plays out. All right, Jeff says Breakers do get the ball in the third quarter just so they can give it back to the Stallions. Dirty Dan says USC Big Ten. USC who? And so, yes, the addition of USC and UCLA to the Big Ten. I'm a Big Ten guy. I'm a Big Ten guy because I'm a Buckeye fan and stuff like that. And I really just root for the Big Ten in general and stuff like that to have success. And I feel like we need a lot more success than what we've had in the big games. But that being said, though, it'll be a nice addition to the conference and stuff like that. But we got to find a way to bring a chip to the conference. All right, here we go. First and 10. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Gives it to CJ. And CJ running hard. Picks up a good 3 yards on the carry. Second down coming up. All right, I took the over on CJ, so that should put me over for him, over that 45 and a half mark. All right, picked up 4 yards, so second and 6 coming up. I expect to see a lot of running here in the second half for the Stallions with this score being how it is, especially as the game goes on. Steinberger goes in motion, shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap. McGo's going to keep it. Shakes off a defender. And he goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line of the Breakers, and he's looking to break the Breakers. They're like sharks right now. They smell blood and they want to go in for the kill right now. And I like that. When a team knows, that's the difference from a champion and a team that's not used to having the league. A champion knows, hey, we got them down. Let's go ahead and finish. That instinct should kick in naturally. Like, hey, they're down. Let's go ahead, stomp them out, get this one done. First and 10, shotgun. Fakes it to the back. McGo on the move, spinning around, looking, still moving on his feet still, throws it, and it's caught again. Davion Davis with another catch. I'm sorry, that was Kane that time. Yeah, Kane. Let's see. There he says, are you concerned with Ohio going into this season? Day is a very good coach. And so I do have my concerns there. Obviously, anytime you get a new quarterback, you just don't know the level in which he's going to go out there and perform. And then our defense, can our defense play good enough so that way we can beat the team that I refuse to name right now? But I have some concerns. I do, but I feel very good knowing that we got Marvin Harrison Jr. We got a lot of talent, and I know that we're going to have a good season, but we can't go out there and lose a game or two. That's going to make it a bad season. Meanwhile, another pass and another completion, 8 yards there on the reception. Second and 2 coming up here. Ball at the Breakers' 20-yard line. All right, let's see. Matt Chatter says JB, McGo, and Kane just fun. And so, yes, that's all it is. All right, Jeff says, I know the bowl games won't matter, just the conference games. The 12-game playoff will change things, but we know this was coming. Just, excuse me, have to accept it. Absolutely. 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 Because I do remember back in the day where going to a bowl game was a big deal. It was a big deal. But now you go to a bowl game, everybody's upset, disappointed, so things have changed, but you're right. This was bound to happen. So all we can do is just embrace it. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Black Medicine says that McGo is the Mahomes of the USFL. Jeff says, oh, I already read that one. All right, bet. But yes. Meanwhile, 20 votes in and 65% are rocking with the Stallions here. All right, they give it to the back, and CJ Marable here. I mean, heck, we're going to start nicknaming him CJ2K after that run. Got into the end zone. And so that is a touchdown. Now, I noticed he did grab that knee. He did grab that knee on that touchdown. But, hey, you fell in the end zone. That makes it feel that much better. 32-7 right now. Beating the brakes off the Breakers. Wow, that's going to be the headline after this one. Matt Chatter says, he said that the Stallions were going to wreck them, but they're getting wrecked. And so it's one thing to think it, it's another thing to see it actually go out there and happen. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I did not expect that. As a Stallion fan, I did not think this game was going to take this kind of a turn right here. Let's see. Mad Chatter says, LOL, USFL Mahomes. He is tough. You say 1/4 of Mahomes is USFL priceless. And now Marable being assisted there to the medical tent. Hope that he's okay. That was his knee, it looked like, when he got into the end zone. All right, so now we're going to get the PAT attempt. With 11 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's not even fourth quarter, folks. We're talking third quarter here. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So, and CJ Marable with 10 carries for 71 yards so far in this one. That kind of lets you know the kind of game it's been. Alex McGough, 5 carries, 42 yards. I mean, they're doing any and everything that they can and want to in this one. Now, McGough's got 233 yards passing so far, so I'm going to need him to get me at least another 5 more yards passing wise because I took the over for him. So that'd be nice. But, man, this game has just been all Stallions so far. All Stallions. So if the Breakers are going to stand up, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Jeff says 11 to the house. Goodbye, Breakers are going broke. And again, we're at the commercial here. But yeah, I mean, Breakers down by a lot. Jeff says somewhere right now, a guy named Chris. And so, yep. Black says, are you taking the over under on Tua's concussion starting at 3.5 on the upcoming season? And so, we did discuss Tua's concussion earlier in the stream and the concern. And the question that we had earlier was how many more years do we think that Tua's going to continue to play? And the range that we had was generally 3 to 5 years seemed to be the consensus that we have for Tua. Although I was more so on that 3 to 4 year frame and stuff like that. But 3 to 5 was the range that we had. In terms of concussions, though, if I had to do that, I would say under because I would like to think that if a man had if a man went out there and had more than that many concussions to where we're at the three, like the NFL has to have some kind of protocol. Like, look, bro, you had three, you're not getting back in there. You're just not doing it. Like, you're just not. And so, in the moment that he gets one or even two, nah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Jeff says Tua could really be an announcer when his career is over. And so, I mean, that's true. You got connections. You got connections. And so, whatever it takes to be around the game and not put yourself in that situation. Kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get a return. Catches at the 30. And brought down at the 40-yard line, and that's what it'll take over with the football. So the Breakers hoping to catch a break here. And let's see what MBT and the offense does. All comes down to leadership here. How do you rally the troops knowing that, hey, we're basically probably going to lose this game? Now you look at what he did in the regular season. He's been a I shouldn't say way better, but he's been a better quarterback in the second half than the first half. So let's see if that carries over here. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. On the move, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. This whole game has felt like for MBT that he just has not felt comfortable behind this offensive line in this one. Black says gets a concussion on his way to the announcing booth, and so man, that'd be horrible. That'd be horrible, actually. I mean, it's always horrible, but he wouldn't even have a helmet on in that scenario. So, who knows what that would look like? All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Breakers down bad right now. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, incomplete, incomplete. I thought old dude was really about to grab the guy and throw him to the ground out of frustration. I was like, bruh. Yeah, but right now MBT is not having a game that he was hoping to have so far. Let's see. Dirty Dan says that Tua could be a coach down the road. Jeff says, I want to see what the Niners can do this season. And so, ooh, Jeff, I have the 49ers as one of my trap teams in terms of, like how we always have a team with high expectations, but then they go out there and disappoint. I know that they're very talented, but I also know that the injury bug loves the 49ers. And for me to bank on Christian McCaffrey being healthy, me not knowing the status of Brock Purdy and stuff like that, and I know that, Kittle, he typically get his injuries as well and stuff like that. And they just got a lot of guys on that team that are talented, but throughout the course of the season, you never know. Injuries do happen. We just don't know how they're going to happen. And so the 49ers are a team that I could see, especially if a team like the Rams bounce back and stuff like that, the Seahawks remain good and stuff. Like I could see them just having unfortunate breaks because that team seems to be a team that has that from time to time. Last year was an exception to that, but they don't have Jimmy G come through that door to save them. And if they try to convince me that Sam Darnold at any point of the season is the answer, that's going to bring up concerns. And ball's thrown incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. And so again, 49ers a good team, but I'm just concerned about, making it through the course of the season, especially with Brock Purdy's situation. They don't like Trey Lance, and I don't trust Sam Darnold. I don't care who's coaching him. I don't trust him. He's still going to see them ghosts regardless what jersey he's wearing. Those ghosts will be there. All right, let's see. Where am I at? All right, so Dirty Dan says dead. Black says MBT may want to reach out to ADT because his O line is providing no security at all. Was that a sponsored comment there? Meanwhile, pass is incomplete. Incomplete. Dirty Dan says Raiders. Jeff says Purdy's our quarterback. He's been practicing. The team trust him. And so, yeah, like what week do you think he'll be ready? What week do you think he'll be ready? Like, do you think he'll be ready for week one? Or will it be more like week four? Because I haven't followed too much how he's been progressing lately, but I do know that early on I did hear talks about maybe a week four or week six he'll be ready or something like that. Just a time frame. Maybe earlier, who knows? All right, 3rd and 10. NBT throws it, throws an interception. I mean, I'm a Stallions fan, and I feel embarrassed for him. I feel embarrassed for him. This is the kind of performance where your wife tells you you're sleeping on the couch tonight because you played that bad and stuff like that. Like, this is just wow. I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him. I genuinely feel bad for him with that interception there. I mean, you can tell he's rattled. He's rattled. He's not trusting the offensive line. He's overthrowing guys. He's trying to force it. This is what happens when you play online against the wrong opponent on Madden, and all of a sudden your whole field is just shaking and stuff like that. You can't see the squiggly lines and stuff. His field is shaking right now, guys. This is another interception. This is bad. Real bad. Black says interception. Dirty Dan says Jimmy G better stay healthy. And so I wouldn't bank on that. I would not bank on that. Meanwhile, the Stallions there complete a pass, and that pass right there is going to get me the over in that scenario for Alex McGough. So I appreciate that. McGough. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Let's see. Black says, is that Don Chavis, old LSU coordinator? Jeff says, yeah, Purdy's ready for the. Okay, so he'll be ready for the first game. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that. That's big. That's big. He'll be ready for the first game. Okay, bad. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. But that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But man, what a game Alex McGough has had. What a game. 17 to 26, 247 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Plus, you also had all those rushing yards as well. Matter of fact, that would be 42 yards on the ground for him. off of 5 carries, and you still got plenty of time. We still got a lot of time in third quarter. And they give it to the back, and he goes out of bounds. My dude stumbling to the sideline and everything. This is just bad, y'all. This is the kind that after the game, you as a team collectively break into the other team's locker room just to steal the film and stuff like that. Steal the film because you don't want nobody to look at the tape and stuff like that. You want to burn it, get rid of it. This is bad. And we still got a lot of time left. All right, let's see. All right, so Dirty Dan says thoughts on Joe Milton. And so, ooh, good old Joe Milton. And so, give me 1 second. All right, so for Joe Milton, I feel like it's going to be like a drop back, obviously, from what they had last year. But I feel like he'll have some excitement to him. He'll have some excitement to him, and we'll see some good things from him, but it won't be like what we saw last year for them. So there will be a step back. It'll be a little bit different and stuff like that, especially when you take into consideration the tough schedule, all that stuff. But it'll be fun to watch. Speaking of fun to watch, Alex McGo. I mean, I'm gonna call him Alex McGon because he's just gone crazy. He's gone insane. This isn't even a game anymore. 39-7. Like, what are we doing? Can we get a running clock permanently? Like, can we just still run the clock even while we're at the commercial and stuff like that? This is just, I mean, this is a stampede here. Wow. Wow. Jeff says, Bethel got popped hard. He's still feeling it on the bench. You say Purdy's fully healed. He's ready to go. And so that is great, Jeff. That is great. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I personally would have loved to seen how that game would have went against the Eagles had he not gotten injured and stuff like that and left the 49ers without a quarterback basically. Would have loved to seen how that goes. But yeah. You said add a touchdown to McGo's game. And so yes, another touchdown. Passing it, running it, doing it all. I'm just upset that I took a single person on the breakers for the over and stuff like that. I should have went all under for the breakers. I am mad about that. I want to redo. Dirty Dan says definitely game over. Black says touchdown Birmingham. And we are at the commercial here. Third quarter with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. At this point, if you're still tuning in, that just means you want to support your boy JB at this point because this game is a wrap. 40-7 right here. This is wow. Wow. And so Old says Breakers got owned. Jeff says me too, but that's football. And so oh yeah, oh yeah. That does happen. That does happen. Jeff says the game was over in the first half. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. And we still have 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter of play. That's what got me. Like, this ain't even the fourth quarter. This is the third quarter of play in a league where we're always running the clock. It seems like the Stallions still are finding a way for this one to be locked away long ago. Black says the breakers have been broken. Oh, it says time to put their second string players in. And so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Second string, put them in. I mean, let them, go out there, show what they can do. This is this is bad. But I mean, normally I save this for the very end of the game, but for the Breakers, I'll say it now. It was a good season, 7-3, nothing to be ashamed of. Not the ending that you wanted, but you know, when you face the champion, sometimes the champion just goes out there and makes it look easy, apparently. And so Dirty Dan says, JB, JB. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I mean, shoot. Let me go out there and coach the Breakers for the rest of this one. Okay, maybe not. I don't want that L on my record. All right, so kickoff on the way. And look at that. Look at that. He's forgot how to return a kick. He almost muffed the ball away. I mean, when things go bad, they go bad. I mean, real bad. I tell you what. I tell you what. Do you guys feel that Jeff Saturday will ever get another coaching opportunity in the NFL to be a coach? Do you guys feel that Jeff Saturday will be awarded that again at some point in the future, given the circumstances in which he had to coach under? Let's see. Jeff says the Bear picked the Breakers to lose by 3. Yeah, okay, I bet he's regretting it now. You know he is. You know he is. You know he is. But I can't say much. I mean, I thought it was going to be a one-score game. Well, 1 to 2 scores. 1 to 2 scores, but I did not envision anything like this. This has the same feeling of a high school team that just they know on the way back the coach is gonna be like, look, we're not stopping nowhere. We're not going to no, stores. We're not going to a restaurant. We're going straight home after this. Don't nobody say a word till we get back. Jeff says it's the NFL. Who knows? And so let's see. O says maybe if he goes to college and then goes back to the NFL as a O line or offensive coordinator coach, then maybe he will get another shot at head coach. So you think he's got to take the college route, is what you think? Let's see. Black says, yeah. If the Colts fire another head coach, they'd will Jeff back out from some middle school team that he'd be coaching at, and so I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. I feel like isn't that what Houston wanted to do with that's what Houston wanted to do with what's his name? Josh McCown. Yeah, Josh McCown. I like not last year, but like a couple years ago, they wanted to take that route. I think it was before they had hired Lovey Smith to be their head coach. They wanted to bring in Josh McCown from coaching high school, but they just couldn't justify a good enough reason to do it, so they had to pivot away from what they wanted to do. All right, so at least Hill's getting some carries here. It's not going to get me to the numbers of that I need him to get me at. Both him and MBT let me down big time. 2nd and 10 coming up. Jeff says it didn't work for more head coaches of Old Miss. Carmichael says, "Wow, I left and come back, and it's 40-7." Hey, that's right, 40-7 right now. Breakers down bad. Throws it up there, and it's almost picked off. Yeah, he's definitely got that Madden field shaking right now. He's down bad. Like, just put the backup in at this point. Put the backup in. Keep running the ball. Let's see, Braden, Braden. The Breakers fan himself, Braden. I thought you said your team was gonna beat my team, bruh. That's what you told me. That's what you told me. You said if your team lost, you was gonna walk around with a Chicago Bears uniform for the whole season. That's what you told me. That's what you told me. Let's see. Carmichael says Braden is down. Let's see. Dirty Dan says the Stallions Coach of the Year back. That's right. That's right. Back to back, probably champion as well. Hope he comes. Coaches the Raiders or gets the opportunity. I feel like when the Raiders find a coach who finds success, whether we're talking Jack Del Rio, whether we're talking the assistant that you guys had that was the interim coach, every time you guys find a coach that has success, you try to replace him immediately with a big name coach and stuff like that. And so Raiders can find them, but they just won't keep a good coach. They will replace that coach in a heartbeat for someone with a big name. Let's see. Black says Moorhead was a decent coordinator. Mississippi State abandoned him quick for Mike Leach. Let's see. Carmichael says at least get double digits. And let's see. Braden says yes, I am Carmichael. Let's see. Carmichael says JB looks like it'll be your team versus my team, and so you already know. You already know. I am looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Does anybody know if the game will be on a Saturday or Sunday for the championship game? If anybody happens to know already, if it'll be a Saturday or a Sunday, bro, we're not even in the fourth quarter. This is insane. This is insane. Let's see. Carmack says unless the Breakers make the most incredible comeback ever, and so yeah, that would be insane. All right, so I just looked it up. So it'll be July 1st. So it'll be Saturday. Okay, bet. All right, let's see. Jeff says Moorhead was dirty coach. Black says Josh Allen loses in the playoffs and still gets a Gillette deal along with a Madden cover. And so, hey, I mean, he's winning off the field. I'll give him that. He's winning off the field. But yeah, how do you guys feel about Josh Allen getting the cover of Madden? Do you like it? Do you love it? If you don't like it, or maybe you do like it, but who would you have preferred to see get the cover of Madden? If it was your call, who do you feel deserved to be on the cover of Madden the most? Braden says, hope the Maulers win next week. Braden! Ouch, Braden. No need to be salty, my guy. Gee. Let's see. Black says, I need his agent. Let's see. 30 Dan says, be honest, is McDaniels the worst coach in the NFL? Ooh. Is Josh McDaniels the worst coach in the NFL? Let's see. Let me think. Who's at my bottom tier of coaching now, currently? Because a couple of guys I would have listed worst have already been fired. Um, I just want to double check and make sure that no one else comes to mind that I can think of. Meanwhile, the Stallions are still trying to pass. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Mm, honestly, honestly, if I had to say right now, and I'm really thinking hard here because there's been quite a few new coaches there, but as of right now, I would say, yeah, I would say, yeah. I would say Josh McDaniels right now, worst coach in the NFL currently. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. And I would say, Blessy Black Medicine says no, Arthur Smith is. And so Arthur Smith is the worst play caller and stuff like that. But because he's heavily biased towards the run. And so he's just a dinosaur that's in the wrong era right now because he heavily favors the run. But the worst coach goes to Josh McDaniels and stuff like that. Because literally, you bring in, you're brought over to the Raiders, you get rid of your starting quarterback, Derek Carr, which is the whole reason why Devontae Adams went there, and now he's being held hostage. The only good news, I shouldn't say good news, the only news we get from Devontae Adams now is he's either unhappy or he's still fighting those legal cases against the cameraman that he shoved last year out of pure frustration. You don't get along well with players. You don't have the history of winning to make them respect you. And so I guess. I guess. I guess. Let's see. Let's see. Carmichael says you think Andy Reid is the worst coach. Come on, Carmichael. Come on now. All right, so Alex McGough still going after it here. About 35 seconds left to go in the third against Stallions leading 40-7. They hand the ball off, and I believe he fumbled that ball. Yep, he fumbled the ball, and that's going to be a turnover. Let's see. Jeff says, prepare to get ran over, Pitt. Let's see. Black says, Matt Ryan for the Madden cover by. I'm glad you explained that, Black, because Matt Ryan is so far off the list. When I saw Matt Ryan name, I honestly thought, I was like, why is he mentioning Matt Ryan for the worst coach? The thought didn't even cross my mind for Matt Ryan to grace the cover and stuff like that of anything and stuff like that. So appreciate the clarification because like Matt Ryan was so far left of that, I didn't even put two and two together and stuff like that. Oh shoot. Let's see. Jeff says prepare to get ran over. Black says and for a new team soon. Let's see. Dirty Dan says Joe Burrow MVP book it. And so okay, Joe Burrow MVP. Okay. Carmichael says I think Jimmy G deserved to be in the cover of Madden. And so really, really, you know what? The way that Madden been having all those glitches and stuff like that, then sure, it would give us a great indication of what to expect from the game. But I think Jalen Hurts should have been on the cover. And I think it should have been both him and A.J. Brown together on the cover is what I would have done. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown on the cover together. I think that would have been a good move had they taken that route and stuff like that. I mean, no knock against Josh Allen. But Jalen Hurts, the season that he had, it was magical. Him and A.J. Brown would have been exciting there. But there you go. All right, let's see. Dirty Dan says Jared Goff Madden cover. So Goff. And so, I mean, if we were going to put a coach on the cover, Dan Campbell would have been a nice coach to put on the cover there. It would have been a lot of excitement there, what the Detroit's got going on and stuff like that. Let's see. Jeff says he fumbled. We'll just get the ball back. Stallions defense has got Bethel running for life. And so, oh, you already know. You already know. You already know. And again, I will be streaming the USFL Championship game. That will be the next stream that I have. I mean, if I do happen to add one throughout the week, you guys, make sure you are subscribed and have your notification bells turned on. But yeah, for sure the next stream will be Saturday. NBT throws it and gets the completion near the sideline. Okay. 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Like says McGo for the Madden cover. Let's see. Jeff says, Allen on the cover of Madden. And so you say you got to think about that one, huh? I mean, I thought just the ending that Josh Allen had towards the season alone would have disqualified him because the Bills clearly showed that they should have lost to the Dolphins had they had a competent quarterback instead of Skylar Thompson in the playoffs. And then, even then, I mean, they underachieved big time. And the last couple of weeks were bad. That's why Stephon Diggs got he got aggravated with Josh Allen and the play caller as well. So, as in Ken Dorsey. So, but I get it. Let's see. Dirty Dan says, is Dallas in trouble? Is Dallas in trouble? Well, I mean, I don't think Dallas is in trouble. I feel like Dallas will be a playoff team. Now, will they make it to the Super Bowl? No, but Dallas will be a playoff team. So Mike McCarthy might still end up taking the fall for this after the year, but they'll be a playoff team. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Ezekiel Elliott in terms of finding employment. There's a lot of big time, well, big name running backs in free agency, I should say. So finding out where those guys are going to end up at will be very interesting. But by the way, we are at the end of the third quarter. Score right now, Stallions up 40-7 in this one. All right, so I'll ask you guys this question right now. We're at the end of the third quarter here. We already know what the results are going to be here. It's just a matter of what that final score is going to be. But in the NFL, how things are projected right now, who is the worst quarterback in the NFL? Well, the worst starting quarterback projected to start, anyways, currently, right now. In fact, if you want to give me your bottom three quarterbacks in the NFL right now, let me know your bottom three quarterbacks, including which one's the worst. And again, we still got one whole quarter to go. All right, so going to get ready for the start of the fourth quarter soon. Again, Stallions did fumble the football, so Breakers down 33 points. Let's see what they do. NBT throws, gets the completion. All right, picks up 9 yards on the play. All right, so let's see. Black says that the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, according to Black Medicine, is Trevor Lawrence. He said excluding any rookies. Excluding any rookies. And so, wow. Wow. That is what Black Medicine says. So, per him, he says save your picks and don't take them in fantasy football. Second and one. NBT tosses it to the back. And the back. Rumbling, stumbling, still rumbling, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And that is Cyrus with the touchdown run. So points off the fumble earlier. Black says Russell Wilson. He knows Russell Wilson would get a lot of agreement with that one, but I can't say the worst. He's certainly someone I would avoid. All right, takes the snap. Good hustle to get off the field just in time. Throws it, and that is going to be incomplete. Black says, and anyone down there in Tampa. Yeah, you're right about that. Anyone down there in Tampa, for sure. Jeff says, finally, but a little too late, Breakers. Right? 40-13 is our score. Here in the fourth quarter, 14 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. I'm like, if you're going to rush a touchdown, at least have my man Hillis do it. Well, Hills do it so that way I can at least maybe luck up and get him to get the over for me, but you can give it to the other running back. Y'all not trying to help me at all. At all. Let's see. Don says Jordan Love has shown nothing so far. And so, all right. So, would that be who you say is currently the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, or in your top three for worst starting quarterbacks right now, Jordan Love? I view Jordan Love as a bit, obviously a bit of the unknown and stuff like that, but he's got certainly got the weapons around him and stuff like that. But we'll see what he can do. I do know for the longest the Packers have done their best to keep Aaron Rodgers around because they feared what Jordan Love can be. Then all of a sudden, they decide to change their mind and they're like, "Oh, well, we really want to see what he can be now." So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see. Black says no idea why people have their heads shoved up Jordan Love's wahoo. All right, so kickoff on the way, and we are going to get a return, and he's knocked down at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Stallions will take over offensively. Let's see. Jeff says Aaron Rodgers his last year in the NFL, or do he play another season? That is a great question, Jeff. I really feel like it depends on how the season goes. If the Jets go out there, they be a playoff team, win a playoff game, New York people just tell him how amazing he is. Media hypes him up to make him think that one more year they can do it. I personally think that Aaron Rodgers plays two more seasons. I think he plays this year. Fans adore him because they're just not used to having a quarterback like an Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that. So I think he plays 2 years and then calls it quits. Let's see. Black says, will Rodgers play in the August 3rd game versus Cleveland? And so, I mean, if I had to guess, normally in the Hall of Fame game, we usually don't get to see the starting quarterback go out there, usually in the Hall of Fame game and stuff like that. I feel like most of the time they don't. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. We'll probably see Zach Wilson go out there for the Hall of Fame game. Let's see. Black says 2 to 3 more seasons. I think 2 seasons. And again, right now, the Stallions, there's only one thing that they're concerned about right now. That is running out the clock and avoiding any key injuries. Gives it to the back, and he gets the first down. All right, here we go. First and 10. Shotgun. Three receivers at the top of the screen. Tight end at the bottom of the formation. Takes a snap. Mago throws it, and that's going to be completed. Receiver fumbled it, but got his own fumble. Was hit while he was down. Let's see. Jeff says he played a season with turf toe full. That's right, turf toe, like 4 to 8 games. Rogers is tough. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, Rogers knows, just like any quarterback that's a veteran, they know you never want to give your backup quarterback a chance. He already knew how much, like the Packers had drafted his replacement, so he was not going to give his replacement a chance to go out there and shine. That just wasn't going to happen. Under 12 minutes to go here in the game. All right, second and four. Shotgun, three receivers, one tight end. Gives it to the back, and he's going to pick up about a yard on the play, and that's going to make it third and short coming up. And so, Phoenix, what's good with you? You say, what's up, JB Nation? And so, how have you been? I hope all is going well with you today. And right now, the Stallions leading 40-13. Facing the third and two here. And of course, every first down takes more time off the clock. Going five wide, I would not be surprised if they try to run it up the middle with the quarterback. Snaps it, excuse me, and that's exactly what he does. Takes off and run, and he's still running. He wants all the contact out there. Takes it to the Breakers' 37-yard line. Me personally, my team up 40-13. We're not having my starting quarterback go out there and take any unnecessary hits. But hey, he's a gamer, he's a baller. This is what he does. First and 10. Throws it, gets the completion, and that's going to be another touchdown. Wow. And so Migo is just out here balling. Wow. What a performance. And we still got 10 minutes and 29 seconds left to go. Wow. Black says Mago needs to come out now. They're up 30 plus. I agree. I agree. This is how you end up at the end of the game getting that uncomfortable handshake where the other coach is not looking to shake your hand, he's looking to rock your jaw and stuff like that because you're continuously trying to score on them at this point. And so, wow. 47-13 is the score. Let's see. Phoenix says went to the lake and wakeboarded today, and so you're gonna be sore. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That is what's up. But yeah, this game was long over, long time ago. But hey, the Stallions, they're keeping their foot on the gas pedal. They say we don't care what score it is. We just want to continue to keep going out there and scoring right now. Still over 10 minutes to go in this game. This is where you wish that real life just had the feature where you can just simulate to the end of the match and stuff like that. We already know the results. You say you hope the handshake is civil. Yeah, this is just. Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. I mean, it's one thing to lose a match. It's another thing to get beat like this. To get beat like this. I'm like, save some points for next week. Damn it, save some points for next week. Kickoff on the way. I think I can safely end the poll question here. I think we've already decided that a while back. Jeff says breakers wish the ground would open and swallow them. All right, so here we go. MBT and the offense. You said watch them run out of points next week. Oh, and now we got guys getting slammed to the turf here. That's Adams with the first down. Okay, but most importantly, the clock continues to run. I surely hope that's not the case, Black Medicine. I surely hope that's not the case. All right, MBT looking, throws it. It is caught by the back, and the back nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Picks up 5 yards, and that's it. 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Black says, nah, leave the pole open. Any man with two hands still has a fighting chance. And another completion. All right, so would you guys take the over or under for Desmond Ritter at 15 and a half passing touchdowns? So 15 and a half passing touchdowns, that's what Underdog has for him. Would you guys take the higher or lower for 15 and a half passing touchdowns for Desmond Ritter this upcoming season with the Atlanta Falcons? MBT throws it, gets the completion, okay. He's got 177 yards passing. Look at that. First player with 300 yards passing and 75 rushing yards as well in the last two seasons. All right, so Black says over with a full season. Okay, okay. There are two factors to consider when it comes to deciding over or under for Desmond Ritter. One, obviously, is the health situation, which is hard to guess. The second is if the performance is good enough to where the team does not consider possibly putting Heineke in there at some point if they don't like how the experiment's going throughout the course of the season. Like it's his job, literally his job to lose if he goes out there and doesn't perform. Let's see, Jeff says McGo's doing the same thing he did to the Breakers to Pitt, maybe worse. And so, perhaps. Second and three coming up. MBT feeling the rush. Just slings it to the sideline there and says, you know what, the heck with that. He says he's getting too old to take these hits. All right, Black says that he'd like to think that Pitts, London, and the running backs trio stumbled into the zone a few times. I would think so too. I would think so too. I really would think so as well. It's just a matter of if he just stays in the coaching's good light throughout the course of this season, which I think he will, to be able to finish the season or at least play 15 games. 7 minutes left to go. First and goal. All right, so the Breakers, they want to score a little touchdown here. They know that they've been playing bad, but they'd like to make it look a little bit better here. Throws it and it's incomplete. All right, let's see. Jeff says Ritter got bullied by Bama's defense when they played. Meanwhile, Henry right now laying down at the moment. Like says open the poll back up so he can change his vote for New Orleans. And so, well, thanks for letting me know who you voted for. Look at that. MBT now has 216 yards passing. So the only significance that is that I did take the over for him in this one. So he can still achieve the over, which would I mean, it wouldn't help me because their running back Hills has not done anything rushing, and I took the over for him, unfortunately. Let's see, how much did. Yeah, I took the over for him. Ooh, and then Surratt. I took the over for Surratt as well, and he needs two more receiving yards to reach that. Throws it, gets the completion, picks up about 2 yards on the play. Speaking of Surratt, so he goes over on that one. Third and goal coming up. Six minutes left to go here in the fourth. So with third and goal, let's see if they can get another score here. Try to make it look closer. Throws it in the back of the end zone. Is it good? They say no. They say no. Anderson's pointing to the scoreboard like, are you not seeing how bad this is? Let's see. Black says, who's advising you on your picks? Arthur Smith. Let's see. Jeff says, force a field goal. That was close now. I don't know if that last toe stepped out while he caught it, but okay, okay. MBT throws it, and that's going to be a catch. So Sherrod, I feel like that pass was not intended for him, but he was so close, he was able to grab it. I think he was trying to hit the guy in the back of the end zone, but he'll take it. And Black says, got it. So that's going to put him now at 225 yards passing now. So for anybody that may have taken the over for him, that was at 235 and a half. He's got 225. So if he can get another 11 yards passing, in which I'm sure he will, then yes, that will elevate him to the over status. MBT gets the 3-point play. Okay. So now it's 47-22. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Black says insane catch. All right, so we are currently at the commercial with the score right now. Stallions 47, Breakers 22. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. I see Black says Devontae Adams could never. Devontae Adams could never, he says. All right, let's see. I see Jeff says that's what happened when you put backups in. I am upset. If only I had just taken the under for Hills, then it may not have been bad after all. All right, here we go. 4th and 12. Again, this is like the onside kick, you could say. You get one shot here. MBT looking, throws it, gets the completion. Okay, to the 39-yard line. Okay. All right, now since you guys are not going to win the game here, how about you do JB a solid here and just put Hill back in the game, run him, let him get about 37 rushing yards, and then call it a wrap. That's all I need. Then I'll be a very happy guy. Takes the snap, looking, throws it, and that's going to be a catch, but it's going to be a flag here. And right now, the Breakers are working extremely hard here, trying to chip away as much as they can. All right, takes the snap, looking, throws it short, caught by the back. He's going down. Again, down by 25 points. Deep pass incomplete. Let's see. Black says, does Pittsburgh stand a chance against McGobbly Go in the championship? I'll put it this way. No. I'm going to say no. I mean, anything obviously can happen. Anything can happen. But I like the Stallions' chances to win that one. All right, we got 3rd and 9. 4 minutes and 29 seconds left to go. MBT looking, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down here, 4th and 9. Black says, I don't know. The XFL kind of had an upset too in their championship. And so one league has nothing to do with the other. Let's see. Jeff says, Stallions by 1,000 over Pitt. No chance. NBT throws. And there's going to be a penalty. That's one way to keep a drive alive. Let's see. Black says, should Pittsburgh swap USFL and NFL teams? We'll let Carmichael answer that one. Yeah, right now this defense is thinking that they've been on the field for quite some time. They're tired. They really just want to get off the field right now. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Takes the snap, looking, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. Tried to throw it in the window that was shut before the ball even got there. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the game. Takes the snap out of the shotgun and throws it. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. So we got 3rd and goal. Takes a snap, throws it, is caught, and picks up about 5 yards in the play. That is a fact. 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 All right, shotgun trips at the bottom of the screen. NBT looking, moving, throws it, wrong foot and everything, incomplete, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. And so finally, the defense can get off the field. They had to work, but with 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to go, the offense will come back out to try to ice this one. Let's see. Black says holding anyways on the right tackle. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Backup quarterback in. Gives it to the back, and the back picks up a yard on the carry. More importantly, we'll get that clock to move with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Let's see. Jeff says Bethel is a good bench rider. All right, 3 minutes left to go in the game. Snap the ball. Gives it to the back again. And he gets close to the first down marker, but he's shy by about a yard. And that's going to make it third down coming up here, 3rd and 1 from their own 13-yard line. And with every first down, more time off the clock. Still got the 2-minute warning coming up. Takes a snap again, and the back up the middle, still on his feet, and goes all the way to the 26-yard line. Another first down. 2-minute warning coming up. And the fans have long since already started their celebration for sure. Let's see. Jeff says, Chris, wherever you're at, take this L. Says, take this L. And again, when we come back from the 2-minute warning, of course, the Stallions up 47-22, looking to move on, and they will play Pittsburgh in the championship game. It's just a matter of running out the final 2 minutes here. And just a reminder that, yes, we will be streaming the championship game between the Maulers and the Stallions. Let's see. Jeff says Pitt still got Mika from Alabama. Or Michan, I'm sorry, from Alabama. Bet. Tight end goes in motion. Snaps the ball. Early movement there by the defense. Back picked up 2 yards there, but early movement by the defense. A minute 56 left. Yep, so you gift them a first down here. All right, so a minute and 42 seconds to go here in the fourth. Clock still running. Shotgun formation here. And right now the defense is just continuously jumping off sides here. They want this game over more than the offense, apparently. So you have basically Pittsburgh number one total and scoring defense versus Birmingham number one scoring and total offense. So technically we're getting number one offense versus number one defense here. But this offense is looking scary right now. Scary good. Jeff says cap this beating off with a touchdown, Stallions. All right, Jeff wants a touchdown. You guys heard him. Let's see if we can get that for him. Get to the back, and the back brought down in the backfield here. All right, so one more play should do it. Let's see. Well, with 20 or 21 seconds, 20 seconds remaining. Birmingham's going to call a timeout, and one play should do it. That should ice it once they do that last play. All right, just want to take the time to thank everybody for coming out and joining us here on the stream. It has been great. It has been real. And we're about to cap this one off. Again, stream next Saturday for the championship game. All right, here we go. Quarterback up under center. Gives it to the back. And the back running, still running, and goes down at the 41-yard line. And that is going to take us to the conclusion of the game in which the Stallions have won this one 47-22 over the Breakers. And so, hey, was a good season for the Breakers. Was not meant to be at all. McGo is on fire. I see it. We got a flag out here. But that flag's irrelevant. This game, you already know. Jeff says, if you don't know, McGo the MVP. And so, well, if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. And so, but yeah, so championship game will be the next one. Other than that, make sure you guys have a great week. Hoping everybody gets off to a good start of the week and keep that momentum going. Thanks again for coming through. You guys take care. Going to go ahead and end the stream now, but appreciate you guys for coming through. Have a good night, everyone, and JB will be signing off here. But yeah, take care.